Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bibi's Tutoring Center, where every student shines and succeeds. Learning here comes alive. We provide personalized attention for every student, helping them grow, build confidence, and reach their full potential. We give personalized attention for every student because every learner deserves to shine. Our tutoring programs include math, algebra, geometry, and calculus, science, biology, chemistry, and physics, English, reading, writing, and grammar, and test prep, SATs, ACTs, and much more. Our teaching approach includes small class sizes for personalized attention. Interactive and engaging lessons make learning fun, and patient and experienced instructors are always there on hand to help. Progress tracking is available for every student. So join Bibi Tutoring Center today. Contact us to schedule your first session and start your learning journey. Go to www.bbstutoringcenterllc.org at Bibi's Tutoring Center. In this tutorial, I'll be going through some more of those Regents questions, the graphing ones. And lucky for you guys, the have released the June exam questions. So I'm going to go through a few and we'll see how it goes. This first question says express the product of 1 minus 2x and 3 minus 5x as a polynomial in standard form. So I'll pause it for a minute while I drop a column and get the figures in. Okay, so we have 1 minus 2x and 3 minus 5x. And we have to find a product and express it as polynomial in standard form. So we begin to multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times minus 2x is minus 6x. 5 minus 5x times 1 is minus 5x. And then minus 5x times minus 2x is equal to a positive 10x squared. To write this in standard form, we'll start with the highest value, which is 10x squared, followed by minus 6x minus 5x, and then plus 3. We further simplify this, so we end up with 10x squared minus 6 and minus 5 is minus 11x plus 3. So this is your final answer here. Sorry, this one. The next question asks us to graph f of x equal to the absolute of x minus 3 over the domain x is greater than or equal to negative 7 and lesser than or equal to 7. So let's head over to our calculator, the domain absolute of x minus 3. So we have y equal to math, nope, there it is, math number absolute, enter absolute of x, and -3, -3, enter and graph. So basically this is what your graph should look like. Next question. Solve the inequality algebraically. So we're gonna do this in a second. Okay, so we have -4x plus 1 is greater than 9 plus 3 times 2x, 6x, 3 times 1 plus 3 and plus x. So we're going to simplify this. We'll take this -4x over there by adding it over here to get rid of it there, and we're adding it over here. So this cancels. So now we have 1 is greater than 6 and 4, 10x, 10 and 1, 11x, 11x plus 9 and 3, 12. We'll get rid of the 12 by subtracting it on both sides. This cancels out, and we're left with -11 is greater than 11x. Divide by 11. And now this becomes -1 is greater than x, or x is less than -1. Okay, so this question asks you to rearrange a formula. You have to solve the formula A equal to half BH for H in terms of A and B. So the first thing we'll do, we'll get rid of its half by multiplying both sides by 2. And this will cancel out this here. We end up with 2A equal to BH. And we want H to be isolated, so we'll divide by B on both sides. This cancels out. So our answer is B is equal to 2A over H. Sorry, we're actually H, and this is B. Its final answer, H is equal to 2A divided by B. This question asks us to determine the average rate of change of the population per year between the years 1980 and 2020, rounded to the nearest integer. And here we have a table showing the population of Manhattan for the years indicated according to the U.S. Census Bureau. So what we'll do, we have 1980 and 2020. So let's find the difference. In 2020, we had in 1980. You had 1,428,285. So we'll subtract to get the difference. Okay, so I went and did it on the calculator, and it's 215,449. This is the difference between the population for that period. And to find the rate of change, I mean, we have from 1980 to 2020. So 2020 minus 1980. So that's 40. So we'll divide this 215,449 by 40. And this should give us the rate of change. So let's head over back to the calculator. We already have it there, divided by 40. 5386. So that's our answer. Okay, so we have to rewrite this fraction here, 5 over the square root of 3, as a fraction with a rational denominator. So what we'll do, we multiply this by the square root of 3 divided by the square root of 3. This is the same as multiplying it by 1. So this would be equal to 5 square root of 3 over, and if we head over to the calculator, square root of 3 multiplied by square root of 3, it's 3. So now we have a rational number for the denominator, and this is your answer here. So this question asks us to graph this function d of t equal to minus 16t squared plus 32t plus 48, and then say the maximum number of feet above the ground that the ball will reach, and then state the number of seconds after the toss it will take for the ball to hit the ground. So we'll just head over to the calculator and plug in this formula here. Okay, so I went ahead and I plug the graph in, the equation, so now we can graph it. And this is the graph. We need to find the maximum, so I'll trace the maximum here. The maximum is 63.99, 64. So we have to state the number of feet, the maximum number of feet above the ball rate, which is given here as 63.99. So that's 64 if we round up. And what's the number of seconds after the toss it will take the ball to hit the ground? So this is the number of seconds. 1, 2, three, 3 seconds. That's your answer. In this question, they're asking you to state the linear regression equation for the data up here. Wrongel value is the nearest 100 and state the correlation coefficient and state what the correlation coefficient indicates about the linear fit of the data. So I'll just go ahead and plug this into the calculator and come back and show you what I did. Okay, so I went to Stat and Edit and then enter the data. Went back to Stat and we're going to go to Calc. We find the linear regression equation, so we go to 8 and then for some reason this calculator shows it on the window. So this is the information we're looking for. I'll just okay, so this is the information we have here. We need to put it in an equation format. So you have y is equal to 4.61x plus 11.93. And they say what does correlation coefficient indicates about the linear fit of the data? It tells us that the relationship is strong. It is strong. Or it is a strong fit. So we have to graph this system of inequalities and then state the coordinates of a point that satisfies both inequalities and you have to justify your answer. So I'll head over back to the calculator, just plug these in and show you the finished graph. So this here is your graph. They want you to state the coordinates of a point that satisfies both inequalities. So, and it must satisfy both inequalities, justify your answer. So any point in this area here is good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, -3. It's a good point, or 6, -4. Any area here. And to justify your answer, the point would fall within the solution set. And normally here is where solution set is. So we have this point 6, -4, and that point falls within this shaded area here, double shaded area. So it satisfies both inequalities. In this question, you have a word problem where you're giving information and you have to come up with a set of system of equations, and then you need to graph it and state the coordinates of the point of intersection and then explain what each coordinate means. So let me just set it up. Okay, I went ahead and said 3 tank tops plus 2 sweatshirts, and she'll have to pay $52. So this is the first equation. Then I just rearrange it so we have it in terms of y because we need to graph it in a minute. The second equation is 2x, 2 tank tops plus 1 sweatshirt, paying $30. So this is the second equation and I've just rearranged it for graphing purposes. Okay, so I went ahead and I graphed the system of equations and found the intersection, which is 8, 14, because they want to know the coordinates of the point of intersection. So that's 8 and 14. And what does the coordinate mean in context with this question? So it means that for each tank top, the price is $8, and for the sweatshirt, the price is $14. Okay, so we had to solve these equations algebraically for all values of x and y. So what I did is just make this equal to this and then simplified until I found the values of x. I completed a square over here, so x is equal to 3 and 0. Then I just substituted the values of x into the first equation, and I got -3 and 3. So the all values of x and y are kept. So you have 3 minus 3 and 0, 3. So we can actually, so that's our answer. 3 minus 3 and 0, 3. So that's all for today. If you have any questions, you can always send me and ask in the comments below. And I hope you learned something from this video. We'll see you another day. Have a good day, everyone.